We got a lot of stuff planned. So you have a bunch of CDs with you, and your most recent one, Lucky Star. I've been enjoying that.
Oh, thank you.
And I thought you could just tell us a little bit about the album, where it was recorded, who's playing on it. We've heard a few songs from the album tonight. So yeah, tell us about Lucky Star.
Well, I recorded Lucky Star at this time last year, and I went up to Glasgow in Scotland, and I worked with a very young jazz drummer called Stuart Brown, who's known on the Scottish jazz scene. And I worked with a rockabilly bass player, double bass player, who, among other things, plays with a famous Scottish singer called Eddie Reader. And so we got together as a trio, and we decided to record in a circle. So we set the drums up there. I stood here, and the bass player stood there, and we recorded the whole album, vocals, guitar, bass, and drums, in a circle. And it was magic. I don't know why it took me 28 albums to figure out that's the way to record, but it was brilliant. And then after that, we had a singer came in and just did some backing vocals, but it was a delightful experience. It is as you hear it is how it came down. There's nothing was fixed later, no solos were added. It was all done live on the spot, so it felt real.
So you had even less space than you have here tonight.
Yes, this is luxury. Oh, sorry, yeah. This is luxury.
Okay, I know you're going to play a couple of songs, I think, from that album,
yes.
Together with our house band.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you.
I mentioned before that I think your first album came out about 30 years ago?
About 30 years ago, yes.
I know you've been performing even longer than that, but this year or next year is kind of an anniversary for you?
Yes. Next year, January of 2020, it will have been 30 years since I made my first recording, since my first recording got airplay in the USA, and since my first tours started happening. So I'm using that as the time when things started. I was working before then, but it was not quite as, it wasn't touring and recording, it was playing mostly bars.
Yeah, so do you have anything special planned to celebrate the anniversary? Any projects, any records coming, anything like that?
I would like to tour the world. And what I'm working on now is as I've done so many records, I'm trying to figure out a way to honor the music I used to do, but to play it in the style that I play now. So I'm trying to put together a recording that is a 30th anniversary recording, but it's newly recorded. So I'm working on that now, and I have until this time next year to figure that out. So wish me luck.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think it's going to time to turn it back over to the musicians. I think everybody's here. Yeah, everybody is here. Yeah,
everybody's here.
Alrighty, so back to Mr. Brooks Williams and the Talkin' Blues